Who is a fearful avoidant? How did they come about to be the way they are? Well, let's understand for a start there are only three attachment styles. Well, four, surely, aren't there four? No. There's only three. Secure, which is the predominant one. Anxious, preoccupied, and dismissive avoidant. Fearful avoidance, the fourth one, actually really isn't an attachment style of its own. It's a combination of the two, insecure, anxious, and dismissive. We all start off, if we are FAs, as either a dismissive or an anxious. That's our patterning at a young age. We acquire fearful avoidance in a further traumatic experience. So if we start off as a dismissive, where nothing we do has been enough to be able to create a transaction with our carers to create safety, so we become completely independent and autonomous. Further in life, it became necessary in another toxic environment to be able to adapt and adjust and preempt the needs of another person, throwing us into a new attachment style of dismissive, fearful avoidance. An anxious child who has been able to create a transaction, has been able to preempt and create a safe environment where they have been able to adjust and deny their own needs to meet another person. Further in life, have unfortunately entered into a further traumatic experience where nothing was enough, throwing them into a state of anxious, fearful avoidance. The dismissive, their disposition is very, very difficult to understand how to match their energy, how to create an environment for them where they can feel safe and to heal. This is not a video on how to deal with either of the two. This is just to identify which one you are with or which one you are. Maybe it's time to start doing a little bit of research. Okay, I'm recognizing that as an anxious, fearful avoidant, my needs are that I constantly seek validation. I'm chasing after people. I become needy and I'm struggling constantly to understand why it is I cannot find my own safety within myself. I constantly need someone else to tell me. A dismissive fearful finds their safety with a little more aggression, usually. They'll be prepared to stand up for themselves, push someone back on their heels, throw out irrational suggestions about their needs and wants in a very kind of coercive, controlling way with a lot more aggression, more often. Now, what's common between all fearful avoidance is an outsourcing of the responsibility of their emotions. It seems to be inherent amongst all FAs that no matter what, everyone else is responsible for how they feel, which is the first thing once a healing fearful avoidant realizes that there's something wrong, has to acknowledge. To recognize that their emotions belong to them, no one else. How they feel is a result of their own wounds and their own trauma, not because of what someone else is doing to them. If you're an FA, if you're with an FA and you're really struggling to know how to accommodate their needs, how to put a safe boundary around yourself, or what your next step is towards healing, reach out. I'm an FA. I'm an anxious FA. And I know how it feels every day to wake up and feel that absolute dread that nothing you do is good enough, and constantly needing someone else to tell you that you're okay, otherwise you just can't find that within yourself. I have, and I lead people through this process now of reconnecting with versions of yourself you've left behind, denied yourself, closed off, and to find that confidence, that self-assurance is the most beautiful experience, and I can tell you firsthand. Reach out, I'll show you how.